fucking insane.
Sim racing. Yeah, and this week, I'm also doing the Friend Swap Saturday thing, the Super Battle Gold. I am also streaming on Thursday, a little sneak peek of a game that I've played before on stream.
Oh my god!
What have you done?
I just got flipped by Lee!
Why did I switch over to Lee's stream and Lee's off the road?
What? Wait, ahead of us, or?
I don't know what happened.
And then, like, yeah. And just make sure you take the right lane into it.
Oh, I just crashed into a fire truck. That's bad, isn't it?
Oh.
God, what is happening?
What do you mean you crashed into a fire truck?
Chat, can we get some clips on Adzi? I need to know what they're doing. I'm very concerned.
I forgot to stop.
You forgot to stop?
That's not how that works.
I crashed into the fire truck again.
I'm screaming.
It moved and then it didn't move far enough. I went drift loop because it takes away children.
I also went with Driftwood and Adzi, but for much more wholesome reasons, not that it takes away children.
I want to go. I wanted to go with.
There's two types of people.
Because like, just mother, you know.
Yeah.
But it's
today. We gathered here today to pay our respects to Doc Senef, the Bronchist of the Bronchist. The Bronchist too close to the sun. Will ever be remembered by how they Bronchist. To the Bronchist, to the Bronchist, to the Bronchist, to the Bronchist.
34%. We should be able to do this. It's... Why are we getting frames? I can't... Just... Pull... What do you mean pull up? We're going down! Is this... We're not gonna land it. No! Hello, where's the runway? Oh my god, we landed it!
I was doing the same thing coming from laboratory with Vasher going to the reactor.
I gotta turn this up.
I saw you go up to the meeting room area rather than
No, that wasn't me.
react.
Remember, the mushrooms change our appearances.
But it wasn't happening at that time. Now,
I
I'm not
didn't go
throwing
to
out
the
any
meeting room,
accusations.
Shapeshifter.
Oh.
Oh, you were throwing out accusations and you're gonna get me killed as a fucking crewmate again.
When have I ever got you killed as a crewmate before?
I don't think any of us have ever done that before, actually. I don't think any of us would get
Yeah.
crewmates.
I'd like to see you prove,
No,
prove
never,
that we've done that.
never. Alright, you're...
Donuts hole with a donuts hole. Now come the fuck on.
I think that was because we were seriously.
For the record, I don't believe it's you.
I'm clipping that.
Do you want to know my Taco Bell order to confirm it?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
We got time, yeah.
Make it sound as like
got 80
as like
seconds.
vibey as possible because they can use it for your ad read. So go.
Yeah.
So I got the Bell Cravings combo. I don't know, there's hot chips and Taco Supreme Crunch. I don't know, fire sauce.
Excellent ad read. Excellent ad read.
Wait,
Lava burrito.
you got chips. Did it cost under $46? That's the question.
Yes, it did. For $41.95.
41.
Bargain.
I've heard enough. Get
Good.
out of the alley.
Get him out. Yeah.
You know what? You know, yeah, all right.
Get him out of
Yeah, let's
here.
do it again.
No way.
Get him out of here.
Ain't no way. No way. No way.
Okay. And then they had this sort of awkward thing where they're like, do you have pronouns? And I was like, we all have pronouns. But yes.
Came free with your
Do
fucking
you have
Xbox, bro.
pronouns?
It came free with your fucking Xbox.
But,
Do you have pronouns?
but it came from a perspective of like they didn't really know, but they were trying to be respectful in the sense. And I think the biggest and best thing is exposure, being loud and proud. You know,
Big time.
Ready to go?
I'm good. Yeah.
Shat, it's really adorable that you think your votes are going to count at this point.
The mods are just like, come on, space station.
Yeah, they're like, oh, a space station? And we're like, I'm so sorry, I can't hear you.
Hi all, Ant Thunderfun. Once again, I am without teleprompter, so I apologize for reading my notes because I am terrible at pre-recorded content. So, it is now that time of the year where we are wrapping up Pride Collaborations universe with a bang. I wanted to take a real quick moment to thank everyone again who helped create and manage this whole project. So this year I took a deliberate step back from management and production, and I let the creative minds of V and Abe take control of PCU this year. Words can't describe how grateful I am for their dedication and their hard work. They absolutely killed it this year, and I am so proud of them. I also really want to thank our moderators and our leadership team this year. While we didn't have anywhere near as many hiccups as previous years, the ever-ready support that you all brought to the table made everyone feel safe and comfortable, and I think that's exactly what a team of moderators should be doing. It's not a crew of people that you should be scared of. It's a crew of people that make you feel comfortable and safe. And I think everyone absolutely smashed it. I also want to take a moment to thank everyone who submitted their events, whether they were PCU official events or whether they were community hosted events. The creativity that flows from the diabolical minds of our community just never ceases to amaze me. The kind of stuff that was put on this year. We had a bunch of sports games, we had flight simulator games, those are the ones I jumped right into, and when have I ever known to be playing a sports game? Anyway, we had D&D, we had racing games, we had all sorts of stuff. It was just, there was so much to go on this year, and it was, the content, the creativity, the love was just going everywhere, and it was excellent. On that note, I lastly wanted to thank everyone who took part as collaborators. Some folks joined for one or two collaborations. Some seasoned veterans put their hand up for everything that possibly could. But I am always so touched when I see folks join in for the first time. This year we had so many new faces, and I really, really hope that we can carry those friendships past June and into the rest of the year. So without further ado, let's kick off PCU closing ceremony as we wrap up Pride Month, and we carry with us all into the rest of the year the queer joy, the empowerment, and the sense of community that we all do so well. Love you all.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the closing ceremony of our 5th year of PCU 2026 Queer Stories. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional custodians of the land on which I am joining you today, the Turrbal and Yuggera peoples of Mianjin, known today as Brisbane. I pay my respects to elders past, present, and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders peoples joining us today. As we gather virtually from many lands, communities, and countries, I'd also like to acknowledge the diversity of identities, experiences, and perspectives represented here, and recognize that our liberation is interconnected. Also, good evening and welcome everyone. Hi, Dawnfire. Hi, Undead Catfish, Logisheart, Safi. Thank you, Kit, for the raid. Casper, welcome. Hi, Annie. Hello. It's nice to see you all. Hi, Ursa. Hi, Margot. Hi, B. Hi, Yoko. Welcome in. I'm so sorry. Hi, Salem. Oh my god, hello. It's nice to see you all again. How was PCU for you? I hope you had a great time. I'm so sorry. I was barely there for most of it, but I was also lurking in the background if you ever needed me. So yeah, thank you so much for everyone who participated. We appreciate you so much. Pretty gay, so 10 out of 10. I love that. And thank you as always to Ant for introducing the show tonight. The show? The closing ceremony. That's words. Words are good. Alrighty, everyone. But thank you so much for joining us this evening. Thank you again to Ant, V, and Abe for inviting me to be your DE icon and your hostess with no mostess for this year's event. I really enjoyed Cluedy, which we played last night, and I got a noise complaint about. It was great. Min pants. Don't look at my pants. I'm wearing some cheap pants that I got from Auckland. They're very lounge pants, but you can't see it, so it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's great. Alrighty. But anyway, it's been my pleasure to help celebrate PCU with this incredible community for the last 30 days that we've had. And this is just a reminder that we shouldn't let June stop the collaboration, alrighty? Just remember, we have 12 months a year. We've only done one. I think we've got another 11 to go before we repeat this beautiful little cute little event again next year. So, thank you so much, as always. This year's theme was queer stories, and I think with all the lineup that we've had, we've managed to share stories of many diverse complexities and humors across different sorts of events, whether they've been D&D or the other ones that Anne managed to mention, because I am so bad at listing things. And I'm so proud that we were able to share this with you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, community, for participating. And thank you, chat, for being there to watch. Thank you for chatting. I appreciate you all. Everyone deserves to be heard, and that will be a great way for us to continue that vibe into the rest of 2026, okay? Tonight we'll begin with two fantastic conversations. Our first panel would be Finding Yourself Through VTubing, a discussion on how VTubing helps explore creativity, confidence, self-expression, and helping build community. We'll then be joined for words are hard. We'll then be joined for Queer Quarter Life, a conversation about navigating adulthood, uncertainty, identity, and everything that comes along with it. Let's be honest, there's no instruction manual, and words are very damn hard. Also, thank you, OzTubers, for being in the chat. We appreciate you. So whether you're here to learn something new, share a laugh, or simply feel a little less alone, we're so glad you're here, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your evening with us and helping make PCU a place where people can show up exactly as they are. Now, without further ado, I'm going to present over to the lovely panelists from Finding Yourself Through VTubing. Yes, I can. I can schedule. It's hard. Anyway, thank you so much. Pink hair, do not care. Yes, I changed haircut.
Hello. You got thrown into hello. Firstly, happy Pride Month. I think Pride means something a little different to everyone. For some people, it's celebration. Others, it's visibility, community, self-discovery, or honestly, simply just feeling accepted for who they are. But one thing I absolutely love about VTubing is that it creates a unique space where so many of those same ideas naturally exist. Behind every avatar is a real person making choices about how they want to express themselves, what parts of themselves they want to share, and finding communities where they feel they belong. So tonight isn't about having that perfect answer or speaking for an entire community. This is simply about us sharing our own experiences and hopefully starting some thoughtful conversations along the way. So, joining us tonight, I have three wonderful creators. So please give a warm welcome to Firo.
Hi. Good morning.
Akari. And Mega.
Hi.
I know.
I was wondering why you got frozen. I was like, oh my god, you froze.
We fixed. She broke.
We fixed.
Man,
what's
a VTuber stream panel without some scuff?
It's back now. It's fine now.
Okay,
You're moving.
So I'm going to do a little bit of an icebreaker because I think a few of us here are kind of meeting for the first time. So let's get to know everyone. So tell us a little bit about yourself, introduce your VTuber, and you can answer this. What's one thing people often assume about you that isn't actually true?
Who do you want to go first?
I got this.
You got this.
I got this.
Got
Good morning. Good morning. It's me, Firo0, the disastrous kaiju VTuber. Yes. So just to start off, I am the ace representative. I'm pretty sure we got other aces here, though. Yes, glad to be part of the group here. But one thing that people presume about me, a lot of people don't think I'm Australian. Especially since I normally stream in the morning hours, and that's when a lot of Americans are on. So they come in, they're like, "Where are you from? Are you British?" And I'm like, "Ah, nah, mate, I'm Australian. G'day." I found that really funny. Do I need to say anything more?
I don't think so.
I think I'm good. Okay.
Yeah, let's go next.
Do you want me to go next?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mega. I am one of Twitch's Australian VTuber ambassadors. I live in New South Wales, and I really, 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 really like frogs. And I'm also pan and demisexual. I don't really know what people normally misassume about me, mostly because I don't pay attention.
So it's kind of fire. I think that's great.
I'm just like, I don't know. You guys can believe whatever you want to believe.
I love that. Hi, Kari.
Shit. Hi, I'm Kari. I am, I guess, our bio representative, ? I am also one of the Australian ambassadors for Twitch, which is really sick. Something people assume about me is that I am an extrovert. I am not an extrovert. I am the quietest person. I will not talk to you for 6 hours, and I'll be like, yeah, great chat.
I can confirm. I had to find you in the corner at PAX.
Mega always comes and rescues me at PAX because she finds me sitting in a corner on my phone.
Antisocial behavior over here. I love it. And I'm Sassy, your host. I am Arrow Ace, a little side of demisexual. I think, and excuse the French, I reckon a lot of people think I'm a bitch when they first meet me. I promise I'm not. Always.
I think that those are deserving.
I can be, but I promise I'm not. I just have a face. It's like a resting face that I've had since I was born. I have baby pictures to prove it. But I'm actually really lovely. Totally.
The grumpy, what is it? The grumpy baby face.
I literally have I have this one baby photo that my orphanage gave me, and I just look so grumpy. And then there's follow-up photos, and I just get grumpier as it goes on. It just hasn't changed. Anyway, we'll move on to our first question. So our first topic is kind of being seen. And I really think one of the most meaningful parts of Pride is feeling seen and accepted for who you are. So I would really love to ask everyone, can you remember a moment where you genuinely felt seen? Maybe it was through your community, your content, a friendship, even because of your VTuber, something like that.
I feel like I can.
I'll let someone else go first.
It's an open floor.
I'll start. Mine was when I got invited to be a Twitch ambassador, actually. So I think some of my chat, who I can see in the PCU chat, already know this. But I am so used to being a shut-in and not talking to people that when Twitch reached out to me for ambassadorship, they do a meeting, like a video call Zoom meeting to tell you you're in. And I'm sitting there in a video call with the two Twitch staff, and they say to me, Akari, have you ever heard of the ambassador program? And I'm not joking. This is how out of context, like no brain, complete used to being in the shadows I was. I was like, oh yeah, I applied for that, but I don't think I got it.
Sitting there
And they
like,
kind of just, it was just like silence for a few seconds as they like processed what I was saying.
Are you sure about that?
So I think, yeah, first moment I was like, oh shit, what I'm doing is getting seen across the world, was then. And like, I was so unprepared for it that I absolutely fumbled the bag. They legit just sat there and stared. Like, it was like The Office when they just stare at the camera. I'm like...
A little zoom in on their face or something.
Zoom in, yeah.
Yeah, moment I have felt very seen and very recognized.
Heck yeah.
That's our ambassador.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, that's our ambassador. That's what I do.
I think one of the moments I felt like really seen was when I went over to TwitchCon for the first time, and I hosted one of my community meetups, and just a bunch of community members came by, and I was so like amazed with how many community members I had, like not just nationally but internationally as well. It was really nice to see just how many people come to watch like me and my friends and everything like across the globe. That was really nice.
Really sweet. That's so sweet.
That would have been so awesome.
So cute.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, I got mine.
Yeah.
I think it was for the very first convention that I was invited to a few years ago. They reached out to me and they said, oh, we love your educational content, because I just gotten into the educational content stuff. So like, oh, could you do some panels for us at a convention? I was like, sure, okay, yeah. and then I found out it was the same convention that a friend of mine actually works at. Oh. And then I was like, oh, I guess, did you get me because, I know this person? I'm like, it's a complete coincidence. I'm like, oh. I was like, oh my god, it means that I actually just found me through my own work. Good.
I love that.
I felt so sweet. I'm like, yay.
I loved it. I think I had like a little short and sweet moment with Firo the other night.
Oh yeah,
we had like a little chat, and I don't even remember how it started, but I think I tweeted something. I don't even remember. And she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, you're not alone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel so seen right now. And then we yapped away for a bit. And, like, yapping. That was really cute. That was like really wholesome moment. So I'm gonna move us on to our next topic. So I think a lot of us grew up feeling like certain parts of ourselves were too much or not enough. Whether that was how we dressed, how we speak, what we enjoyed, or sometimes like even just the confidence to exist as our authentic selves. So has creating content or becoming a VTuber ever given you permission to embrace a part of yourself you used to hide?
Yeah, for me, VTubing, I was able to start like expressing my favorite like clothing interests, because like growing up I grew up with very modest clothing because I was a Catholic homeschooled kid, so I always like dressed very modestly, whereas with the VTubing I was able to explore more of the clothing choices that I really enjoyed, and since doing that I also have started exploring like my clothing choices IRL as well. And I feel like VTubing has helped me start expressing myself in real life a lot better.
For me, I feel like I'm able to just like streaming is my very precious time where I'm able to properly be myself, completely mask off. Because I've got I only just got diagnosed with ADHD a few years ago, like around the start of the pandemic, I would say. Yeah. And to be honest, I haven't been able to take my medication for like a little while now because of the side effects that it's been having on me. But streaming just allows me to be able to be like, okay, I just get time. I could do whatever I want. People will just they'll let me go on rambles about things like, oh, let's talk about rocks. Yes! Let's talk about Carmen. Yeah, talk about Carmen Rider for like an hour or something like that. I'm like, yay. It just gives me that sort of freedom and I'm really happy. It gives me just like time to like shake everything off.
I love that.
I think as a kid I was always both too much and not enough at the same time. I was always not enough at school, but too much at home, but not enough at home for not doing enough and not working hard enough, but also too much at school and just never meeting an expectation. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like everyone always has something that they want from you, and you're somehow not meeting it, and you're overly meeting it, and being annoying about it at the same time. Sometimes I still worry I'm like that. Like, to be honest, the other time I saw Sassy, I was at... I literally yapped at her about Pikmin Bloom for like 45 minutes straight over dinner.
And
she really sat there and she's like,
I had no clue what she was talking about, by the way, but I just loved that she was so passionate about these little like things, and she was like so happily like showing me them on her phone as well. Like, oh my god, look at this one! Like this one has a rock, or like this one's a watering can. Like, it was really cute, but I just did not understand it at all.
I was living my best life. That's like if I'd done that, food. You know, if I'd done that to my family, I would have been told not to. If I did that at school, I would have been bullied and, you know, called weird and told to go away and stuff like that. I don't know, I feel like I've been able to be more me in all aspects, even though that me is very annoying. I'm aware of how annoying it is. I'm aware of how bad it is to sit and have a conversation with me. Because, like, you talk about Pikmin, you talk about Chernobyl, you talk about, like, VTubing in general and the mechanics of how it works, and you're not going to get a word in because all I'm going to do is talk at you non-stop because it's a special interest. It's a hyperfixation. Here I'm going again!
Hey, I love that about you. That's great.
This is what I do. This is what I do. But, like, I was never allowed to do that as a kid. Never. It was always too much, and it was always not the right topic, and it was always not enough. But it was always also too much and too annoying. And Akari, just please leave me alone. So it's very, I don't know what the word I want here. It's very affirming to be able to just talk about stuff. And I'm sorry, Sassy. I'm sorry, Sassy, because I know you don't know what the hell a rock Pikmin is, but I'm glad that you care enough to listen to me talk about
Look, girl, you can yap to me about your interests anytime. And that goes to all of my friends and anyone around me. I might not understand it because it's not something that I have or do. But that doesn't mean that I can't love that you love that thing. So, yep to me anytime. As a follow-up question though, what advice would you give someone who's still hiding that part of themselves? Like if they're still a little bit worried about being fully authentically themselves, what would you tell them?
Be a VTuber.
Join us.
But if you think about it, right? It's like wearing a mask, but it's not a mask. Like, it's a mask that isn't a bad mask. It's not a hiding mask.
I think for a lot of people, they're like scared when they unmask that people aren't gonna like them because they've been brought up being told that like their unmasked self is unlikable. But I think like one of the most important things to remember is that there's somebody or some group out there for you, like somewhere, and you will find that group eventually. So being yourself is important because your authentic self will find other people who are also being their authentic selves and draw them to you. So as hard as it is to unmask and be your true self, there will be other people out there that you will find that enjoy you for your unmasked self.
Yeah.
If that helps.
They kind of stole what I was going to say.
I'm in your brain. I'm in your brain.
Well, I mean, I think I'm a little bit older than everybody else here, but I can tell you, like, no matter what age you are, especially if you're like neurotypical, you will eventually find other people who are neurotypical. We're like weird birds and we flock together. Join a club or something. You'll feel like that's full of like an interest. You'll find people that vibe with you. It happens.
Be a VTuber. Join us tubers. Meet like the biggest bunch of VTubers.
Literally.
Worked for me.
No, absolutely. I think I have like an add me on for like what Mega said. I have one of my best friends. She also recently got diagnosed with ADHD and autism, and sometimes she forgets to take her meds, and she goes on this whole spiel of oh my god, I'm so sorry, like I didn't take my meds today, like I'm not masking, like I'm so much, like I know I'm being a lot. And I just kind of look at her and I go, you're so funny. And she's like, why? And I was like, girl, we met when you were unmedicated. like we became friends and I helped you get diagnosed. You never have to apologize to me for being yourself. Like, I understand like you do at work, but you never have to do that with me. And I think that's just something that needs to be more in the world. I feel like we need more of that, please. Because the world's a cruel place.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hit. And that's why, you know, I reckon. Is this my next car? Nope. I was moving ahead too fast. So I'm gonna
I feel like accepting people only if they're medicated feels very surface level.
So crap, right?
Yeah, it is.
Like, how superficial that you only like them if they're a certain way.
Yeah.
And on that note, I really think social media can make that really difficult. And I feel like we have to fit into a particular box sometimes, depending on the social media. Maybe that's always being funny, always being positive. For us VTubies, if we have a character, always staying in character, or fitting whatever people expect a creator to be. So, have you ever felt pressure to be someone you weren't? And how did you deal with that?
I'm just like, flashbacks.
I'm sorry.
I'm just like thinking of trauma now.
You're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Sorry. This is a therapy session. Please pay me $240 at the end.
And how do you feel about
and how did that make you feel?
I think it really sucks though, because like there was many times where people close to me would like tell me that I was behaving the wrong way or acting the wrong way and stuff like that, and it's hard to, you know, be yourself around people that constantly are telling you you're like doing it wrong. So
like, was that as a like in a position of like a Twitch ambassador or just as a streamer?
As a friend,
Just as
and
a person?
streamer, just as a person.
Wow.
Just as a person, being told that like that my behavior wasn't what they wanted me to be, and I think that's really hard to hear when, you know, you're being yourself. That it's not good enough for someone, especially someone like really close to you. Hearing that you're not good enough is really I don't know how you really deal with that, like being told that you at your best is not good enough.
We put them in the bin and they're not friends.
Yeah, pretty much. That's at the end what you have to do, really, because like no one else could tell you that yourself, that you being yourself isn't good enough. Like you can't. The only person that can really help you if you feel like you're not good enough is like, you know, mental, physical, like help, like a therapist or something like that. But yeah, sorry for that ramble.
No, you're so fine. I'm sorry that happened.
I'm thinking, that one of the main things that I have is my working memory is really, really bad. So like even with things that I like or have an interest in, I will forget so much about it. And of course, having a bad memory all through my life has really it's got me a lot of pressure from other people. It's like, why did you forget about this? Why did you forget that? Like that sort of thing. I'm like, I just can't help it. Like,
right?
Yeah, and it's very hard because people don't quite understand that sort of level of being forgetful. Like it's something like, oh, I forgot my keys or I forgot my phone, that sort of thing. But forgetting things about the things that you love and you want to remember, or like key moments from your life and you've forgotten because you can't bring them up in your mind and you've forgotten them, or like you see somebody and you forget their names. I forgot the name of my aunt and uncle once and they were right in front of me. It was really scary. I forgot what they looked like. It was really bad. I hadn't seen them in like 5 years, to be honest, but but yeah, it's just like people are like, what's wrong with you? I'm like,
nothing.
I don't know. And then I got diagnosed with ADHD. It's like, yeah, now I know.
Out of sight, out of mind, right? It's kind of
Yeah, it is a bit like that, yeah. But luckily, as a VTuber, my community is just like, it's fine. We'll just teach you all over again. We love talking about this stuff.
For you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I've forgotten what the name. What's that acronym? I know what that acronym like, but I can't remember it. They're like, oh, it's that. Like, oh, okay, yeah, thank you. Everyone's like, yay.
So is your memory kind of, if someone like kind of talks you through it and like triggers certain like keywords, is that how you can remember things?
It can be like that,
sometimes?
yeah. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Someone starts and I'm like, oh, right.
Yeah. Oh my god, I do the same thing.
Oh. It's wholesome to hear that like, your community is really helpful and receptive to you.
They love reteaching me how to say dinosaur names all over again.
Oh. I love that. That's really wholesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I had a really good answer for this, and then Firo got to the bit about having a bad working memory, and I completely forgot what the question was.
So the question.
I'm so sorry.
The question was, have you ever felt pressure to be someone you weren't? And then how did you deal with that?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I had a whole story about.
Memory's like a common one in this chat. Okay.
To be fair, I'm always like this. I had a whole story that I was gonna say about how I never really understood how to be like social. And how I never really could fit in, and you know the struggles that brings of like always being like the fringe friend, like the backup friend and the spare friend.
Yes.
But I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say.
I know.
I know I had the story. I've forgotten the story. Give me 5 minutes.
No, that's so fine. We'll come back to Akari. I know I have been placed on magical pedestals. And obviously, you know, I am in a spot of leadership. You know, along with Akari, I'm one of the founders of OzTubers. But, you know, I've also tried to run other teams prior to OzTubers as well. And people will put you on a magical pedestal and expect you to act a certain way but they will apply it only to you and not to others just because I'm a woman, I'm a VTuber, I'm young, or they just, for whatever reason, they don't like me. Now I remember in one of my old teams, you guys know that I like to joke around and I'm a little memey, and I go, I need a nap and eepies and it heckin' windy. Like, we all do that. Like, is that not the way of the online realm of things? So that's how I chatted, and it's very much how I chat to this day. Anyway, I'm pretty sure, a grown ass 40-year-old man bully me because of it, and then say that I was not leadership material because I spoke like a child.
Sorry, what was our address again?
What's their email address? I'll sign them up for everything.
Pipe bomb to their mailbox right
And
now.
then when we followed up with, hey, like, we're so sorry to hear that you feel that way, has Sassy's, like, administrative, like, has her actions as a moderator not been up to par? Like, has the way, like, she's been acting, like, not been... They're like, oh no, it's been fine, it's been great. I just don't like how she talks. Cute crash out, cute sassy crash out. And I think I was like, I'm gonna say I was like mid-20s at the time. This dude was like in his 40s.
Pipe bomb.
So I think I really hate those like just random expectations, especially, and like, you know, I'm not saying all men, but like they tend to be male. I don't even know if it's an ego or what it is, but it tends to be like the men who will comment on a female for not acting appropriately or who they expect. So that was mine, and I really pushed it very often this day. Have you remembered?
You're gonna hate me.
She hasn't remembered. Okay. She's gonna remember,
to
like...
piggyback off what you were... Yeah, you're gonna get a message at like 2:30
I'm gonna get a
in the
message
morning,
from her.
and it's gonna
She's
be like the
"It's
entire
this."
story. You're gonna get like a 2:30 DM, you're gonna be like, what the hell does she want? It's gonna be the story. It happens so often.
Please piggyback off me.
Yeah, I feel like, especially being in the position that we are in with OzTubers, which, by the way, do not take this as me complaining about OzTubers, because I love our community. I love everything that we have achieved, and, like, it is genuinely an honor to get to lead it. But the amount of people who expect polar opposites of me to what the person next to them expects. Like, oh, you're an OzTubers leader, therefore you're going to be live every day. Oh, but you're meant to be humble. Why do you have the Twitch ambassador badge? Oh, but you're meant to be helping other people. Why aren't you raiding me? Oh, but you raided me too much. Why aren't you raiding me? It's like there's a never-ending list of, like, requests and demands and, like, getting pulled in every direction. Which, again, I understand because, like, streamers inherently want a spotlight, right? Like, you wouldn't have a space on the internet if you didn't want a space on the internet. Streamers inherently want an audience and a spotlight. I understand that. But I feel like there's a lot of pressure and responsibility put on us, especially as leaders, that isn't really our thing to deal with. Like, I cannot help you, bro. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And Sassy, I'm sure you know what I mean. Like,
I absolutely.
The being pulled in every direction, and sometimes the directions are the exact opposite. And it's like,
Yeah,
what do
I think
do?
it's that expectation from us as well, because, you know, obviously we've set up this community, we give ground rules, and I think we, especially in our like positions of wanting to better our own streams, our own content, as well as like bring up a whole community with us as well, like, some things are just not possible, and it has to be one or the other. and I don't think everyone really realizes that. Like, I know if we could, we would, but we can't because that's just not the way it works.
We're two people. We can't do everybody's jobs.
Pretty much. And I think people forget, like, at the end of the day, I think we've got like 1,300 members. How on earth are you meant to spotlight 1,300 people as two people? Like, it's just not something that can happen. Like, and I don't know. I don't think.
I mean, we tried. we have the Monday Oztuber of the week, which, by the way, we put a ping out for Oztuber of the week. I was like, oh yeah, we'll get a couple of months on. It filled until the end of October. Within 2 hours. And I was like,
people were keen.
Now I have a lot of Photoshop files to make.
We were like, wait, where did you all come from? Hang on a minute. I'm gonna move us on to our next topic though. It's kind of like a bit of a vulnerability thing. And it's kind of like being authentic online isn't always easy. And sometimes sharing parts of yourself feels really rewarding. And sometimes it's, excuse the French, fucking terrifying. So has there ever been a moment where opening up online felt risky? And if so, what happened?
Can I start?
Of course you can.
Yeah.
I was fucking terrified last year when I had to open up that I was having a baby.
I can imagine. Yeah.
That was scary because you know how people are online and like, on Twitch and everything, and even in the VTubing community about like having a husband, having a kid. Like everyone's so judgmental, and oh my god, like that was probably the scariest thing I ever had to do. Through streaming was like being like, oh yeah, by the way, we're having a kid. Just so
by the way,
and I was like fully
Pregante, we held hands.
By the way, I was going to say Pregante. Pregante.
Pomegranate.
I was so expecting to lose like half of my like community and everything through like announcing it, because some people around kids get very, very fucking weird, which I do understand. But I was fully expecting it, and instead my community were like very supportive and very helpful and very kind, and all my friends were very kind and helpful around it as well. So it was.
I'm so happy
nice
to hear that.
Yeah,
because I mean, you just heard the horror stories, right? Like,
oh yeah,
there's those horror stories where, for chat who don't know, especially with like VTubers, there's a bit of this stigma of if you get hitched or you get a boyfriend or you get pregaganant, they will just suddenly hate on you for no reason, purely because, oh my gosh, insert male presenting person in your life that's not me, and I'm gonna be some weird parasocial person, and just you're the worst person in the world type stuff. It's crazy.
Yeah, that all ties back to idol culture in Japan and the expectation that everyone has to be available for the viewer.
Yeah.
So they can have their little fantasies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that, so I really appreciate that little tidbit. I kind of forgot VTubers are like kind of branched off of idols. Hey.
Yeah. Well, they don't call me the VTuber researcher for nothing.
Yeah.
Yay.
For what it's worth, Mega, when I found out, I literally gasped and pointed at my phone and I was like, no! And Shem was like, what? And I was like, she's not gonna be at PAX!
Oh.
What am I gonna do? That was my
the worst. Abandoning Akari at PAX is crazy.
I'm sorry, I'll be there this year, I swear.
You made me
Megan's like
pregnant, but
BRB.
you're abandoning me, and that's worse.
Mega just BRB. Let me just tell my baby to come later.
This girl I've met like 3 times. I want you to come out here.
You gotta wait. Non-negotiable.
I was just thinking of that term, the convention mother.
Yeah, convention mom.
Nah, I think I've been lucky in that my community kind of just accepts whatever I tell them. Like, there's very minimal pushback or weirdness or like anything like that. I'm pretty sure I could like start stream right now and be like, "Hey guys, I'm completely getting rid of my model. I am becoming a rainforest giant snail VTuber," and they'd be like, "Okay,
Bet.
sick, whatever."
Okay. You do you, boo.
I do like snails.
Yeah, I think they'd just straight up be like, "Cool, whatever, bro." They let me get away with pretty much everything, so I feel like this is not. I'm sure there are things that I have probably, you know, hidden from chat, but I can't think of. Oh yes, Crunk's right. No, there was a time I got a pre-made model and I made it look like my fleshy form, and I used it, and my chat got really upset, and they were like, "We don't like this.
We don't like this."
This is the problem. This is the line. You can talk about whatever you want. You can talk about wanting to have sex with the robot lady in Ratchet and Clank 3, and we don't mind. That model right there is the line.
Absolutely not. All right. Skinwalker Akari, got it.
They bullied me into never using it again.
I'll just add a little funny story to that. I have somehow trained my chat to completely hate whenever I do the mommy voice. Any attempt of me trying to be sexy or anything, they're like, "Ugh, put that away."
Man, can you teach
"Thank
me
you,
how to do that,
thank you."
please? Because I need that for my community. Please and thank you.
It's just the biggest joke.
I have something similar, but it's not the mommy voice. It's not the sexy voice. It's
The thigh thing?
No, it's
Oh.
Frederick.
Frederick?
Frederick?
The frog?
No, not the frog. The
I don't know who Frederick is.
Hang on. I need a warm up. I need to name like different kinds of nuts. This is very specific. Like, hang on. Peanuts, pine nuts, walnuts, pistachio nuts. There we go, right there. That's Frederick. Yes, sir. I'm not allowed to be talking like this on my streams. You gosh damn no. I'm not allowed to say anything like this. If I talk like this, if I talk about pumpkins, if I talk about that there moonshine or custard coat, my chat, let me tell you, them funny people, them funny pixels on that there chat box, they are not very happy about it. No sorry.
So, country bumpkin redneck Akari is not a...
Yes, but the only way I can trigger it is to like name different
Frederick.
varieties of nuts.
That's crazy.
I don't know
specific.
why.
Yeah, it's just
very
nuts.
weird.
All right.
That's nuts.
I'm gonna open us up to chat, and see if any of our lovely chatters here today have any questions for us about identity, confidence, community, you know, VTubing, or anything we've discussed tonight. Now's your chance.
Ask us questions. Ask us questions.
Ask
chat
us.
aside. Hi, chat.
Otherwise, we'll just keep making noises until, you know, something happens.
Yeah, I can do that.
Isn't that the way? You just make a bunch of noises and the chatters love it.
And it's now an ASMR stream.
ASMR Frederick tries to sell you a pumpkin.
Oh, hell no. Yeah, it's just 10 minutes of us making noises. Like, what say you for the highlight reel for next year? It's just us.
He randomly just goes.
If not, I can ask more questions, but I just thought chat might have some.
Oh, Super's got one.
Soup. Here's a fun one. Life changes us as we go. What is a sign? What is a sign to you that you might need to update your online presentation as a VTuber?
I think if you don't look at your model and feel like, yep, that's me.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I used to be
Yeah, I
like
think
a furry. and I had a
Yeah.
furry model, and when I looked at it one day, I was like, that doesn't feel like me. And then I was like, and then I changed to being a human VTuber.
Ah.
Mm.
You know, I think I gaslit myself thinking that that didn't exist. Because I was just thinking about it, and I was like, I swear, when I first like met Mega, she was like a cat, or like she had paws, like.
Yeah, I
and then I
remember
like
it.
just never saw it, and then I'm like, nah, I'm crazy. Like, I guess it didn't exist. It's fine.
Yeah, a lot
I
of people
think-
found me when I was a cat.
I think pretty much like just if it just starts not feeling like yourself, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm somebody that did go through a rebrand. I mean, I could get the original model out right now.
Do it, do it, do it.
Yeah, do it.
If you want to see it, it's actually by the same artist. It was his first VTuber model. All right, where is she? Where is she? Coming out, Rainy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can show off my.
All right. Oh my god.
original.
Okay, hang on. Oh my god, the rigging on it
Oh
is so
my
crazy.
God.
Wow.
Oh, look.
I was a bunny.
Look at her.
The rigging is from like 2001.
She
so
going to the
it's-
beach.
like 2021. Yeah. So it's been quite a while.
That's so cool.
But yeah, you can kind of see like a little bit of parallels in that between this one and my current model, I guess. Yeah, definitely things have changed now.
I love that. No, I've
Where's
been
my then?
thinking. Yeah, I love the ears.
Hang on. Wait. Oh, it's gonna take a moment to load. It's big because it's an actual kaiju.
Holy shit!
Oh no! I was this for a while. Oh my god, it's so sparkly.
She just
Oh my God.
kaiju.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I think the time to update is like when you look at yourself and you're like that no longer
That's
represents
not
me.
you.
I've moved on to a new place in my life. Like this isn't my interest. Or like this doesn't spark joy. This doesn't spark joy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And I always wanted to be a kaiju VTuber. I was just too much of a coward to come up with a design until later.
I think it can be really
Yeah.
daunting though when you kind of first start because there's so many options now, right? Of just the possibilities are quite literally endless.
I feel like I'm lucky in that I have never felt like that with my design and my character. Like, this is something that my chat knows, but my like model design is basically a combination of my favorite character from Toho, a dragon because I really like dragons as a kid, and like the lore is from Destiny 2. It's a combination of things that I really liked, but I've never felt odd about her. I've never felt disconnected, really.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know if anyone's noticed this. I'm actually using my 4.0 model right now. As in, I got this back literally last night at 1 a.m. So if my rigging looks like more fluid and bouncy, it's because it is.
Okay, I thought it was, but I
Yeah.
wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There is a new
Yes,
outfit,
yeah.
but it is not getting revealed
That's a
yet.
secret. That was
That's a secret. Basically, I am so tied to like my design and my model and my identity as a Kari that this model has a extra outfit in it that I've had sitting since I got a diagnosis at the start of the year. A very important health diagnosis. But the extra outfit that is on this model that will not be getting seen is a part of my way of dealing with this diagnosis. I'm just gonna be honest because like I suck at hiding things and my chat knows anyway. I was diagnosed BRCA1 positive, which means I have a very, very, very high chance of getting cancer. So my journey with this outfit is that I bit the bullet on the design the day that I found out that I was positive. And I got the art done super early. I got the rig done super early. And every time I have an appointment for this diagnosis, I am treating myself to a piece of art with this outfit. And at a point in time, it may be at the end of this year, it may be later, I will need to have a very major surgery. A full removing parts of my body surgery. The outfit is only going to be shown when on my return from that surgery. It is my I lived bitch outfit. So it is so tied into me in such a personal way that I didn't know how else to commemorate that and celebrate it without including a curry in it. I felt like not having something special for a curry when it's one of the biggest, most life-changing, things that you can go through to get this pretty much confirmed you will get cancer. And to go, nah, I'm gonna get the cancer gone before it takes hold. If the women in chat, you know what I'm talking about here. But I feel like you can be that tied in to your model and tied into it being a part of you and you being an extension of it, that you can do things like that. And I am terrified. I'm shit scared. But every time I get an appointment, I am getting a piece of art with this outfit and holding on to it so that I can have a treasure and a reward from every step of this journey. I don't know. It's done. It's gonna be sitting until I have that surgery. When that surgery will be, I don't know, but this is the I lived bitch outfit, and it is the commemoration of me fighting and refusing to let the thing that took so many of my family members away from me. I'm refusing to let that win. And this is how I'm celebrating it as a VTuber and as me, Me being me as a curry and the person behind the curry and the extension at the same time.
I wanna cry.
No, don't cry!
She needs big hugs. She needs
It's too busy trying not to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, we're proud of you, and we appreciate you sharing.
I'm very, very grateful for, my community has given me the financial privilege that I can do that, and that I can have a transformation and rebirth outfit, much in the same way as, a Kari is, transforming and getting, upgrades and this new outfit, which I really wish I could show you guys because it's beautiful. But it's also something so deeply personal to me. And I feel like that's one of the really beautiful things about VTubing. I know I'm kind of trauma dumping here, but it's very, I love that I can do that and that I can have something so specially designed and so close to my heart. Pun intended, considering the type of cancer, but so close to my heart that I can go through this journey and know that Akari is also with me.
It's really beautiful.
No. I'll be okay. I've come to peace with it. I'm just at a point where, I have an appointment coming up in a couple of weeks. And I'm already thinking, what artists am I going to commission for this appointment? It keeps me very positive about it as well.
Heck yeah.
No, don't cry.
Don't cry. Please don't cry.
No cry.
I'll be fine. I'm gangster. As I said to my chat, I'm not scared of the cancer. The cancer should be scared of me. I also don't have cancer right now, technically. I just have the gene for it. Yeah, we're gangster. We're gangster in this house.
Let me just do a quick check with production if we need to wrap up or if we got some more time.
I'm sorry, I yapped too long.
No.
All right. Yeah, sweet. We are gonna do some rapid fire questions that I saw, and I'm gonna throw them at some of our panelists here when I find the questions again. Firo, what would be your advice to aspiring VTubers looking to develop their first, second, or third iteration of their persona?
Ooh, think about your branding. That's really important. Try and make things that are really cohesive with everything. Like even if you're doing VTubing as a hobby, I think it's really nice when you make things look like it's all put together and they all match. So yeah, don't just think about your design. Think about what else is going to go along with it and how you're going to present it. Like I got this this background here that matches everything, and I'll get an outfit eventually that kind of matches with the cafe vibe, that sort of thing. Yeah, it's really nice just to get little bits and pieces, and they're all like, ooh, aesthetic. Nice.
Good answer. Good
Yeah.
answer. Rapid fire question for Mega. What are your thoughts on VTuber lore and expressing it in a time where it can feel like lore is often overlooked outside of expensive animated videos done purely for marketing?
Like personally, oh, okay. I thought the stream was frozen, not just for me. Okay, is it unfrozen now? Okay.
It's just a little bit framey for me.
It froze
Okay.
me too.
I think it had a little hiccup.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah, it says still in the spinny circle. Oh, there's that back.
Like personally, when it comes to lore, I don't really think that everybody needs lore. Lore can be like you can be happily a VTuber with like proper branding and everything, and not necessarily need lore. Expressing it in a time where I can feel like lore is, I feel like presenting your lore during like a debut or something is probably the best time for it if you want to express it at any particular time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all good.
We'll hold for a second then. Just give us a moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's a good answer. We don't want people to miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Abe! What the heck?
What are you
It's
doing?
always Abe. Oh, sick of my head.
I think it's fixed now.
I think we're back.
Yeah.
All right, we're back. All right, thanks, Mega.
Back.
You want me to start the question again?
If you would like.
Okay, what did I say? It goes,
People don't necessarily need laws, kind of. What you were
yeah.
touching
Yeah,
on.
like I know a lot of my VTuber friends who don't have any lore and they like are perfectly fine without lore. They just have like very good branding and that's all they really need. And honestly, a lot of VTuber friends I know that even have lore not a lot of that community don't even know they have lore anyway. Like I feel lore needs to be like something like a personal thing that you want for yourself, and you can have it as an option for people to see your lore, but it's not a necessity. So if you want to present your lore at any particular time, it's generally best to do during like a debut or something like that, but it's not a necessity. And it's more of a self-fulfillment thing, if anything. And then that way too, if somebody asks you if you have lore, you can be like, yeah, I got lore, type ! Lore. And you can show it off to the people that are curious about it as well.
Yeah.
And like when it comes to like the expensiveness of it, I did my own lore video and I animated it myself and everything. So I do know that it's expensive if you get someone else to do it.
Yeah, someone who got someone else to do it. Ouch.
Oh god, yeah.
It hurt.
Yeah, I can
it's
imagine.
beautiful, but it hurt.
Mine's ugly, but I get to say that I did it myself.
You made
so.
it. Yeah, it's yours. No, I think we appreciate that answer because you don't need it. It's not a necessity, and I think a lot of people focus on it when they don't need to. Last question to our lovely Akari. What
Yo.
are some tips for those looking to transition from 3D to Live 2D? Costs, what to look for? I have so many ideas for Live 2D model, but money being an issue makes it rough. So is there a good thing to do in the interim?
Oh, I actually did that. So when I started, I had a Vroid that I made by myself. I think I spent a total of $15 on animated wings. That was it. The rest of it was put together with like jank, me Googling how to do certain things in Blender, and basically just hitting my head against the keyboard until it worked. Honestly, I've never sugarcoated this. The price of Live 2D sucks. It sucks dick. You can get a pre-made, sure. You can customize it, sure. If that feels like you, more power to you. I will be completely honest, my model, I think I'm in the 5,000s. But again, it's a lot of saving up. It's a lot of, you know, I put every Twitch paycheck that I got for the first year towards my like first Live 2D model, and it was still not enough. I still saved on top of that and used my work money. It is an expensive thing to do. I think in the interim, money being an issue, I would probably look at updating Vroid with more 2D textures. There are some really nice 2D skin textures and hair textures that you can find on Booth. They should still be up actually, because I saw them like last month when I was on Booth. There's a lot of really nice textures now, especially now that we're in the year of the Lord 2026 and not in 2020 anymore. The options are so much better, and there's a lot of ways that you can, you know, get a 2D look and get a more Live 2D looking model while still using that cheap or free Vroid base. And it's just about finding the right textures on Booth, knowing how to edit it by yourself to make sure it's exactly how you want it. Pre-mades suck. Pre-mades, well, they don't suck, but they are still going to be a few $100s for something that may not truly feel like you, and something that when you look at it, you can still be like, oh, this isn't me. Or you see someone else using the same pre-made, and it's like, you can tell by like certain parameters or certain shapes what pre-made it is, even through the editing and stuff. So I get that. I get the like feeling like it isn't yours. If it's something that you can't cope with and something that you can't deal with, I wouldn't be able to. I would rather go back to a 2D styled Vroid than to use a pre-made. But that is because I do not feel like I'd be able to make my design. Yeah, so in the interim, I would probably, try and find some more 2D looking textures. Try and find things that will kind of cross the line a little bit. If you have art and you have a little bit of like drawing skill, you can pretty much take bits of that art and use it as a reference to make your own textures. Obviously, don't trace it. I'm not recommending tracing it. But, you know, if you really like a certain eye style or something, you can always try and replicate that style on your model. Like, my Vroid that I made, I really liked Neon Beats style of eyes. That is a cursed name nowadays. And VTubers in chat, you guys know. That is a cursed style nowadays. But I really like that. So I took inspiration from that, and I did, you know, the little 3D cyan and red you know, outlines on the eye highlights and stuff like that to kind of emulate that art style. Yeah, I think there are ways to make a 3D look so much less Vroidy, and I think a really well done Vroid is just as good as a Live 2D.
Yeah, good answer. I think I agree. It just depends on how you feel, your budget, what you're wanting. But there are options. There's options, people. You don't have to spend your money. Don't be like us. With that, I believe I'm going to close us. It's been amazing.
No!
We totally didn't just realize that chat was not shattered. And shared chat did not in fact get started, but that's okay. We're too far in. It's fine. I just want to say
I
a
don't
massive.
feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Yeah.
So
good. Massive thank you to Firo, Akari, and Mega for being so open and generous with your stories tonight. I think conversations like this really remind us that identity isn't a destination where everyone arrives at the same place. It's a journey, and it's different for every single person. And I think Pride Month is really about celebrating that diversity and supporting one another and creating spaces where people feel safe enough to be themselves, whatever that may look like. And I think all of us here have done a fantastic job at that. And to chat, if tonight helped even one person feel a little less alone, then I think we've done something pretty special. So, thank you all so much for spending your evening with us. Thank you for supporting Pride Collaboration Universe. And we hope you continue celebrating Pride with kindness, curiosity, and compassion. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all at the next PCU event. Good night.
Stay gay.
Stay gay.
Yeah, the effort was there.
Say bye. Say bye to my body.
Bye, Adzy's body. I'm sorry I couldn't save you.
That's my bodsy wodsy.
What's it's fucking insane.
Sim racing. Yeah, and this week, I'm also doing the Friend Swap Saturday thing. The Super Battle Golf. I am also streaming on Thursday a little sneak peek of a game that I've played before on stream.
Oh my god!
What are you doing?
What have you done?
I just got flipped by Lee!
Why did I switch over to Lee's stream and Lee's off the road?
What? Wait, ahead of us? Or...
I don't know what happened.
See them on the map.
And then, yeah. And just make sure you take the right
Oh!
lane into it.
Oh, I just crashed into a fire truck. That's bad, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh my god, what is happening?
What do you mean you crashed into a fire truck?
Chat, can we get some clips on Adzy? I need to know what they're doing. I'm very concerned.
I forgot to stop.
You forgot to stop?
That's not how that works.
I crashed into the fire truck again.
I'm screaming.
It moved and then it didn't move far enough. Boss. I went drift loop because it takes away children.
I also went with Drift Loop Adzy, but for much more wholesome reasons, not that it takes away children.
I want to go. I wanted to go with.
There's two types of people.
Because just mother, you know.
Yeah.
But
Today, we gathered here today to pay our respects to Doc Center, the Brongiest of the Brongiest. The Brongiest too close to the sun. Who'll ever be remembered by how they Brongiest. To the Brongiest, to the Brongiest, to the Brongiest, to the Brongiest. Amen.
34%. We should be able to do this. It's... Why are we getting frames? I can't... Just... Pull... What do you mean pull up? We're going down! We're not gonna land it. No! Hello, where's the runway? Oh my god, we landed it.
Likely
I was
story.
doing the same thing coming from laboratory with Vasher going to the reactor.
I gotta turn this
I
up.
saw you go up to the meeting room area rather than
No, that wasn't
to
me.
react.
Remember, the mushrooms change our appearances.
But it wasn't happening at that time. Now,
I
I'm not
didn't go
throwing
to
out
meeting
any
room, bro.
accusations.
Shapeshifter.
Oh, you were throwing out accusations and you're gonna get me killed as a fucking crewmate again.
When have I ever gotten you killed as a crewmate before?
I don't think any of
year.
us have ever done that before. Actually, I don't think any of us would get
Yeah.
crewmates
I'd
killed.
like to see you prove
No,
it.
no,
Prove
never,
that we've done that.
never. All right, you're so dodgy.
A donut's hole with a donut's hole. Now come the fuck on.
I think that was because we were mostly.
record, I don't believe it's you.
I'm clipping that.
Do you want to know my Taco Bell order to confirm it?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
We got time, yeah.
Make it
What
sound
are you-
as like,
We got 80
as like
seconds.
5e as possible because they can use it for your ad reading. So go.
Yeah.
So I got the Bell Cravings combo. I don't know, there's hot chips and taco supreme crunch. I don't know, fire sauce.
Excellent ad read. Excellent ad read.
Wait,
Lava
you got,
burrito.
you got chips. Did it cost under $46? That's the question.
Yes, it did. $41.95.
41.
Bargain.
I've heard enough. Get
Good.
out of here.
Get him out. Yeah.
You know what? You know, yeah, all right.
Get him out of
Yeah,
here.
do it again.
No way.
Get him out of here.
Ain't no way. No way.
No way,
Fucking
we actually
kidding me.
Okay. And then they had this sort of awkward thing where they're like, "Do you have pronouns?" And I was like, "We all have pronouns." But yes.
Came free with your
Do
fucking
you have
Xbox, bro.
pronouns?
It came free with your fucking Xbox.
But
Do you have pronouns?
but it came from a perspective of like they didn't really know, but they were trying to be respectful in the sense. And I think the biggest and best thing is exposure, being loud and proud. You know.
Big time.
Ready to go?
I'm good. Yeah.
Shat, it's really adorable that you think your votes are going to count at this point.
The mods are just like, come on, space station.
Yeah, they're like, oh, a space station? And we're like, I'm so sorry, I can't hear you.
What was that? Sorry, huh?
Come on.
Oh my god.
That was going to be beautiful. That was about to be something beautiful.
I didn't get that, so basically I ended up like charging through most of the game trying to get an armor I liked. That I saw the look. Is that Homer Simpson?
The way that all conversation stops with my own something mid-sentence is very funny.
Yes, it is Homer Simpson.
I have clicked out of the map. Hello.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it's really impressive the way that Adzi just never improves or learns from their mistakes. Ukulele time for the PCU. Dylan, Ant, and Annie Crevice are dying in Minecraft, but not as much as me. You're welcome. That's it.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. I feel
Thank you for the follow.
blessed and highly flavored.
Into the waters. If you were standing in a nicer region, this might be a lovely explosion of color and rainbow. However, you are currently standing in a very disgusting swamp. So the area around you right now is green, brown, musky, and dusky.
That's Shrek's home, the swamp.
I'm so sorry. Apologies. I would like to make a public apology to Shrek, everybody. You know, I've grown as a person. Large, glowing, yellowish, reddish, orangish gem. And you guys have collected the first of the shards.
Yay!
Dahlia's gonna stand up.
Petition
now.
to rename them. Petition to rename that one not a shard but a shart.
Shard!
agree.
I agree.
Angus holds it up and goes, "We've got the first shot."
Beautiful.
Hoovert McDoovert?
Hubert McDoovert.
Okay. Yeah. The one thing about Hoovert McDoovert.
A Swedish northern horse. A Swedish northern horse.
Okay. I was not expecting to spend 40 minutes at the horse store.
Well, it was quick with Angus. Angus just went, that one.
So if the next 20 minutes of this game goes by real fast...
I went Cubone because I want to pick them up like small child and hug them dearly and
rip
make
their skull
friends
off. What?
so that they can be happy.
And then
Wow.
pump them like a footy.
Guys, you'll never
Don't
guess
want the
why I
Cubone.
picked Doug Trio.
Because there's three of them.
The Doug Trio.
Because you.
Shinx, yeah, baby. I think we all picked ones from that line. So.
No, I'm picking Fridge Rotom.
I would not.
Rotom freeze.
I would not evolve my Luxio. I'll just keep it Luxio.
Can I just get a justification for why the fridge rather than the other options of Rotom out of curiosity?
Yeah, why not Rotom Mo, dude?
I like beer.
Fridge is where the food is stored.
Exactly.
True. Okay, fair.
Wait,
fair.
where do you think the food comes from with Rotom?
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no.
I don't need
I
to know.
hate that.
He doesn't need to tell me. It's fine.
That's.
I choose to live in ignorance. Okay.
So great.
All right, ice types.
Cross last.
Yes, please.
The Deluminator.
Yes.
Yes.
Stop
Thank you,
letting
Chris.
them suck you.
Stop letting
Do not let them suck
you, guys.
Well.
Jeez.
Now hold on.
Hang on a minute. Wait. Hang on a minute. Don't let them suck the light out of you.
For free.
For free.
For free.
At least get paid. Go get that. Go get that
Get that
money.
Lovely. Alrighty, we're fine. Everything's fine. I definitely wasn't muted. Y'all saw nothing. Don't worry about it. Hello. Thank you again to our lovely panelists from Finding Yourself Through VTubing for sharing their super valuable insights with us tonight. How is everyone? Muted credible. Couldn't be me. Unrelatable. I would never accidentally mute myself. It's unheard of. Pink hair, do not care. But did y'all grab some water? Did you grab some snacks? Did you grab yourselves? Tell us your favorite moments from the panel. I would like to know. And make sure everyone, if you haven't already dropped those lovely panelists a follow, please make sure you do so, whether it be on Twitch, whether it be through socials. And if you want to, check out their chats, I think that'd be really gorgeous and fun and funky and fierce. Thank you, everyone who joined us anywhere throughout that panel. I hope you enjoyed the chats. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. I'm pretty sure the VOD will stay up, so you'll be able to check that out. And we do have Aussie VTube ambassadors. That is amazing. Isn't that cool? I think that's sick. Two TW. Ooh. Yeah. Anyway. Thank you all for sharing those experiences, because conversations like those remind us that there's no one right way to discover who you are. Every story adds to the vibrant tapestry of our community, and especially with our theme being queer stories? ? I feel like it was. I'm going with it. I think that was really fun and profound. Now, speaking of journeys, have you ever looked around and gone, girl, does everyone else have this thing figured out except me? Because I have some reassuring news. There are like a handful of us who are going to be discussing this in our next panel, Queer Quarter Life, which dives into the wonderfully messy reality of navigating adulthood as LGBTQIA plus people. From the careers and relationships to identity, expectations, and the winding path of self-discovery. We'll be sharing experiences, the lessons we've learned, and perhaps even reassure us and everyone in chat that nobody actually has this shit figured out. So grab a drink, get comfy, And please join me in welcoming our wonderful panelists for Quick Water Life.
Panists. I'm really
Panist.
passionate about bread.
I play the piano.
Bread.
Paninists.
Yeah. I'll probably start here just because this was my panel idea. It came from my brain. I was sort of all right. So, I guess to outlay it, I've got a little something written. So, growing up, I feel most of us are handed a pretty clear story about adulthood. You know, you finish school, you start a career, you fall in love, you maybe get married, you buy a house, maybe not so much these days, but you buy a house and you have kids. Whether we want that story or not, it's there. But for a lot of queer people, I feel adulthood can feel less like there's a map, less like there's some way that we can go, and more sort of realizing halfway that map was never the map that most of society has was never really written with you in mind. So I want to take some time with our wonderful panelists to talk about what it means to, I guess, build a life when milestones don't fit, and, you know, how we navigate careers, relationships, identity, because we all have different experiences. We all have different stories. And I'll sort of open that up. Actually, no, let's introduce everyone first. I mean, like, I don't think anyone here needs an introduction, but, like, we'll go there anyway. Let's start with the top left. Ant, you want to say hello?
Hi. Hello, I'm Ant Thunderfun, homosexual, gay, non-binary content creator.
Sassy?
Hi, I'm Sassy. Most of you just saw me, but I'm a Moonlight Catwitch VTuber, and I'm Era Ace.
V?
Hi, I'm Victoria Venus. Speak Call Me V. I'm a queer, intersex, and trans androgynous content creator from Noongar in so-called Western Australia. And I have a bunch of other labels, but we would spend like 10 minutes doing the intro if I listed all that shit. So, you know, we'll go with that.
Min?
And hello, I'm Min, aka Mincredible. You've heard me speak all things, so I'm a genderqueer, queer content creator-ish from Brisbane, aka the land, Mianjin, land of the turtle, and oh my god, fuck, I can't do names. Yagara people. Thank you so much.
Lovely. Yeah, and I'm Abe. I usually am the one producing things. Yeah, I don't really know how to describe myself. I don't know.
You're
Gay
Fox.
furry. We go with that.
Fox.
Fox. Yes. Don't say dog, otherwise I'm coming for you.
Got the dog in him.
Dog. So I'll start with, I guess, a question that gets to the heart of the topic, and because I'm a little bit curious about what everyone's thoughts were when they were a kid. So when you were, say, 16 or 17, 6 or 7, what do you imagine your adult life would look like, and how close or how far is your life from that picture? We'll start top left again.
Yeah, cool. Throw it straight into Ant Thunderfun. As you were talking just then, I had a few thoughts running through my mind, 1,000 things. This idea of the plan that gets laid out for us to grow up, get a job, get married, have kids, all that jazz. I'm sure we'll dive into it a bit later, but I thought it was important to point out that with my family history, it's all very much been that nuclear family. For pretty much everyone involved, all the kids, all the uncles, all the aunties, everyone all got married in cishet presenting relationships. Everyone had kids, everyone bought houses. I was like the first one to break that generational thing and be like, yo, I'm queer, and that's probably none of that is going to happen. So I guess when I was a kid, I grew up thinking that, like, I don't know, I was pretty sure from the get-go, as soon as I figured out what the word gay meant, I was like, that's me. There was not really much of a, I guess, sexuality crisis for me. It was like, I figured it out. I'm like, cool, whatever plan that is happening, that's has to be part of it. And I did when I was a little kid. I had every intention of growing up, finding a singular husband, buying a house, having kids, doing the 9 to 5, doing all that. But in my head, it was just, I wasn't getting married to a woman, I was getting married to a man. How it actually turned out is, I don't know. I think there's still a few things that some values that I hold dear and that I would like to continue through with, like regarding children and like home ownership at some point. But I remember I had this conversation with my parents that I was trying to explain to them. This was maybe about 6 months ago, a year ago. They go, "Are you and Luke together? You and your housemate, are you two a thing? Are you together?" And I was like, "No, we're really just friends. Like, we just work really well as friends." And my mum's like, "Oh, but you know, if you're a relationship, you can tell us," kind of thing. And I was like, "What's wrong with growing old with my friends?" And before I could even finish my sentence, my dad just chimes straight in and says, "Fucking nothing is wrong with that." So I just have this, I don't know, I get a lot of that support. And even though this narrative was, I guess, written for me and thrust upon me as I was a kid and as I was growing up, my support network have always been incredibly dynamic with chopping and changing and being, I'm like, "Hey, I'm queer, so that's not going to happen. I'm not going to get married to a woman." My parents are like, "Right, new business plan, this direction." And then, the last few years I was like, "Hey, I'm also non-binary." Mum and dad are like, "Right, new business plan, this direction." Like that. So that sort of, I guess, I know I'm very lucky to have that sort of support from my family to be able to help, let me guide that narrative. Anyway, that was a big, long rant. I hope that was...
It's a great start for it. I mean, anyone else want to jump in?
Oh, wog shit. I'm here for that. I'll
Yeah.
expand on some wog shit. Nicely said. So like I think mine was, I'm gonna skip from like not 6 and 7, but like more to like age 12, because when I was 6 or 7, I think I genuinely thought that I was at some point going to manifest really cool like supernatural powers and become a superhero still, because young autistic kid. But like at high school age, I think that's when stuff started to hit me, and it's really interesting coming from like, because so my family is from the Adriatic coast, which is like the more Greek side of Italy. Like there is, believe it or not, a more Greek influenced side of Italy, and then there's a more like, I don't know, I would say like more like trade influenced side of Italy. So I think our family had it was oh, we love gay people. Your Auntie Leisha's friend's gay. And Mum would do things like, oh, I had like lots of gay mod friends when I was growing up. We love gay people. And like I think there was this weird mix of like some stuff that was like very tokenized and some stuff that was genuine. Like my mum, I remember growing up, was always like, we don't care who you have a crush on. Like if you want to grow up and like girls, like you grow up and like girls. And then my mum, I remember jokingly said to me in high school, she's like, "I really thought you were going to be a lesbian and I would get to talk about that as a social worker and be like the social worker with the lesbian daughter." And like we would make light of it. And I think it was Mum constantly giving me these little invitations of like, it's okay if you're queer, because I think she clocked me, she just didn't know what it was. And then it's all kind of made sense in adulthood. But it is that pressure of like, if you're not going to like marry and be like a baby making machine, particularly being AFAB, it was like, okay, so if that's not your duty to the family, then you have to be like, and I grew up being like the fat, not very pretty one. Like the women in my family are like stunningly beautiful. Like most of my family have had modeling careers at some point. So I was like the fat, ugly, artistic one, who gave up their music scholarship in year 9. So I was like, it was like, you have to be successful. Like you're not going to be these things. You're not pretty. We're not quite sure that you're straight, even though you say you are. We're not quite sure. So you have to be like really successful at something and go pick what that is. Further complicated by the fact that I come from an Italian family and I'm named after the goddess of victory. So it's like Mediterranean families are hard when you're queer. Like even if they're supportive, like the dynamics are just weird.
Yep.
Look, I feel like I had something sort of similar-esque. But I feel like the pressure. I feel like there is this pressure to succeed, right? I feel like it's like, oh, you know, you're not gonna have kids, so you've got to be really successful at like a whole bunch of other stuff. And whether that's self-imposed, whether that's community-imposed, is a little bit different. Just to harp back to the connection about your parents knowing but not really knowing. Yeah, like I remember I was going through like the Macca's drive-through with my mum to get like an ice cream one night, and she just randomly turns to me and go, "Are you gay?" Like, I don't know. What the heck? It's like now that I think back, it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, I can see why you asked that question. But yeah, what I was gonna say is, yeah, I think there's a lot of that sort of pressure to succeed and pressure to contribute in a different way. I don't know, does anyone else sort of get that in general? Like, do you apply that to yourself? Does your community apply that?
Absolutely. Family and community.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I feel like Min's about to drop a hot take.
Yeah.
Min's gonna look.
Min's processing.
Processing. No, I'm just giving everyone space to contribute before I jump in.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna come in at the entire opposite end of this spectrum and go, I had no fucking plan for my life. I had no vision for my adulthood. I pretty much just wanted to sell train tickets, like be that person at the station selling you your train tickets and watching the little vending machine like dispense that little train ticket at the window and just handing it to you. That's it. That was my life plan. That was it. I had no other pictures of what adulthood would look like what like life would look like. So the heteronormative shit, like none of that even remotely occurred to me. Like, as a child growing up, like knew I was into men, like shameful childhood crushes like Aaron Carter, may he questionably rest in peace. Robbie Williams in that one questionable rock DJ music video where he like ripped everything off before it got terrifying.
Even
and,
then.
Just
even then,
and just gorgeous underwear models that you'd find like on those posters at Kmart, like
the
your
underwear section of
your Spring
Calvin
Awakenings,
Klein's.
Shout out to catalog models. Thank you.
Thank you, catalog models, for just doing it for the gays, she's, theys, people who didn't know that like this was a thing, but also like I think you kind of knew, babes. So yeah, I just never really had any of that pressure-ish. The only pressure that I kind of guess I would have had was like from family asking like, so when are you like getting a girlfriend? When are you getting married? But it was like so mixed up with like, why are you overweight? Why aren't you going on a diet kind of thing, that it was just not something that really mattered to me as much, because mentally I was just like, I don't fucking know. Ask yourself that question. Why don't you have any kids? So yeah, I just projected and made that everyone else's problem. And so yeah, like none of that really happened. Like I'm out to my mother purely because my uncle was really spiteful and just decided to say it behind my back at one point, but I don't speak to him anymore, and that's valid and fine. But yeah, I'm just chill. I'm happy where my life is right now, and I always want to earn more money just so I can travel and do more shit and just indulge my creativity. So
sell more train tickets.
That's the tweet.
That's so cute.
It's just the cutest job, and I can imagine it like in my head of just you in like a cute little like collared shirt just giving people train tickets.
I completely forgot that that's what happened. That the little thing would. I completely forgot that was how train tickets worked before it was all digital. That like a little one slipped out. They had that stainless steel like under the glass thing that you grabbed your ticket from. Like, so cute.
Yeah, that's fair. I guess before we move on from the topic of what was your expectations as a teenager, I guess. Did you have anything you wanted to add, Sassy?
I'm so glad you repeated the question because I completely forgot it.
I meant to
that's
have
t-
it down below, but I like completely ran out of time, so now chat's there. So
That's
hi,
so fun.
chat.
I was like so into like listening to everyone else's stories, and I was like, wait, what is the question? I feel I'm on like the latter end because I have like such a weird concoction of things as a growing up. So for starters, I was adopted from like a third world country. So I'm from Thailand. I got adopted by two white parents. I'm Southeast Asian, so I kind of always grew up as like a bit of a I don't know who these people are, but they don't look like me. But I call them mom and dad, so that's cool, I guess. So I think growing up as a kid, it was one of those the stigmas of you look Asian, so why don't you have an Asian name? And then it was the oh, you're being picked up by two white people. What the hell? And then when I think around 16, I'm with my dad, who's New Zealand, but he's a white Kiwi. So they always thought that he picked me up from overseas and assumed I was like a child bride. And then little old me is like, Dad! And just the shocked looks of just people judging you before like they can piece anything together, I think was just always something that I noticed growing up. But you know, I also grew up in an Anglican all-girls school, so obviously we had the stigmatism of, oh well, she goes to an all-girls school, she must be a lesbian. They all make out with each other there, or they get pregnant by the teachers, and it's just I don't know. It was so toxic. um, Lots of stigmatism, but I think it just kept adding to why I just was never interested. And I would say I'm pretty chuffed with where I'm at now. Like I've just made a major move to another state, and I'm pretty happy. I've got my own space. I'm away from a toxic household. So I think I'm pretty chuffed with where I was and where I am now.
Fair enough. No, that's good. Yes, I guess it's good to hear that everyone sounds like they're all in a sort of better place now. I know teenagehood is insane, whether you're straight or queer. So, I guess to that point, that question's not going to work. Sorry, hang on 1 second. Someone stalled for me while I.
So I actually did have something else that I wanted to add into that conversation. This pushing the narrative of, I'm sure this is a whole other panel topic that we can talk about, but growing up in pushing the concept of monogamy and this whole yeah right. Hi, can of worms. When I came out as gay, I tried to fit myself into this narrative as much as I possibly could within the context of being gay. So instead of finding a wife, I will find a husband. I will still have a kid. I will still find a house, blah, blah, blah. And the people that I surrounded myself with really reinforced that, because, you know, I was hanging out with fucking exclusively cis white gay men who were just like, we will find a husband, we will slut around, we will find a husband, we will all get married and blah, blah, blah. And it's only sort of been in the last however many years that I've grown and explored communities on Twitch that I've really been like, oh no, love, romance, community, and all that can be expressed in so many different ways, and it doesn't have to be. I guess I always knew that it didn't have to be that way, but I was still holding on to that idea in my head that it was going to be this monogamous lifestyle that I was going to have. But yeah, in the last few years, it's really opened up this concept of being like, no, I can live and grow up with my friends and love all of my friends and get my hookups elsewhere. Like, it doesn't have to be this one person.
Yeah, I feel like I sort of had something similar where, I I guess a little bit about like when I came out, I feel like I don't know. I feel like there's this, I guess, pressure to act the part. I felt as a teenager, which you sort of swing yourself the full direction. You're like, oh yeah, I'm hanging out with the girls and we're talking all this shit, and you get wrapped up in the drama and you have fun, the teenage shit. And like, I feel like then you start, start talking about guys, oh this guy, that guy, and then I feel like there was a bit of a pressure to be, I guess, very high libido, too.
And the thing where like they know one gay man and another gay man, and they go, you must be together because obviously 1 and 1 is 2.
Yeah,
they weren't wrong most of the time, but still, it's annoying.
I felt, you did the 1 and 1 and 2, but turns out 1 is very different from 2, and they don't work together at all, and they eventually end up hating each other. But like I felt that very big pressure to swing the full direction, and then like you were saying, and like still be like, oh, I'm gonna get a husband, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna do this. But I feel like deep down I was sort of like, I don't really want that. I don't want to. What the heck? Why am I pushing myself towards this? It's like storyline when I don't want the storyline. And it's I think you're right. It's about the people around you. It's about those pressures, those societal pressures,
and the freedom that you can write that story no matter. This is going to sound so cheesy, but you can write it however you want, right? Like there are pieces of that story that I want and that I will have in my life. That is something that I will work towards. That is something that parts of it I've already arranged, like these. But then there's other parts that I'm like, absolutely not. No, thank you. Cheers, mate. Bye. And the freedom to choose that has really weirdly only happened in the last however many years. When I feel that a lot of people, I don't know, happily go along with it with their kids. I guess that's why we're having this.
Yeah.
I know, right?
I guess so. To that point, I guess I have two sort of questions for the group. Sort of the first one you can answer in a second, but does anyone here still have that idea of they want to get married and do the house with the kids? And two, because that's a real quick one, do you think queer people get more freedom to sort of define relationships, or do we just have a different expectation pushed on us? Like, I feel like there was a degree, personally, of you can be a bit more polyamorous with your relationships, whereas I know if I was getting into a relationship, I'd want that as monogamous as possible. I know I couldn't deal any other way. But I feel like there was that pressure to and I think that's just a different expectation. But long-winded question. Anyone want to pick it up?
I'm going to go. I promise this is about to sound heavy, but I'm not going heavy with it. So I think many people who have ever seen my content know that I'm a survivor of domestic violence, and that happened when I was 17, which like shaped a lot of my like understanding of what I wanted in life, like going into adulthood. So that was like a really hard time and figuring out like how that was influencing, I guess, what I wanted. And a few years ago, I actually really thought that I wanted to like do the kids and family and relationship stuff. And I met a person who, again, was unfortunately quite abusive, and I had to kind of recontextualize my life after leaving that relationship. But I think what I realized coming out of that relationship is a lot of the things that I thought that I would get through having like the marriage and the kids and the house and stuff, I have those same things in different ways. So like I have like 9 nieces and nephews, like, and I don't get to do the parenting stuff, which is kind of good because you give them back when they poop and they scream. Very convenient. But I still get to be like a couple of my nieces and nephews. I'm the favorite auntie, and I have like my friends' kids, and I'm the favorite uncle. Like, and that like there's it's not the same, but it's equally fulfilling in a slightly different context. So I think I wanted the things that came with that, but through my journey, of like understanding that, and maybe fear for me having that myself because of like my past relationships. I had to find it in other ways that I think I get the same thing out of it in the end, you know? Like that family, like the family, and having, and I have my best friend who's like my platonic soulmate. So I have my person. Now it's not romantic, but I have my person, you know?
That's it. Yeah, I get what you mean.
I think Venus like totally took it away and 100% agree with what she said. Because very similar experiences myself. But I also used to want to at least get married, but I've never wanted kids personally. They're just not something that appealed to me, which is a whole issue in itself. Because oh my gosh, you're a female. What do you mean you don't want kids? That's your whole purpose. Um, but I have fur babies and I look after like 1,000 VTuber kids, so I think that's plenty for me, to be honest.
Mama sassy.
Exactly. But yeah, I think I have changed to the point where I value companionship over kind of relationships at this point. Like I don't really want to get married. I want to find my person and just kind of live together happily and not need to define it with a label. But I just feel like people are still really stuck on needing labels. And I think onto kind of that second question there, where the queer community, I feel like is a lot more open to that than non-queer, where it's kind of just limited to you're a couple or you're not kind of deal, and there's nothing really else outside of that. But I am forever striving to kind of have that companionship with someone and not be limited to the boring stuff.
See, I feel like what's the word? I feel like I still am mentally chasing that idea of an eventual marriage, right? Like I want that in the sense of I think this comes from what I saw with my parents. My parents have like the best relationship I've ever seen. Like I don't think I have a better role model for how a relationship should work. Because they the loyalty is a big thing for me, and the level of dedication and loyalty to be there and in a relationship of that kind where you carry everything together. Now I know you can get that with more, and I know some people deal with that with more, but I don't know, there's just something about that for me is what I eventually want. And I feel like there's a lot of things, I guess, I don't know, there's something unique about that connection for me.
There's something special when home becomes a person. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Someone you can like trust everything with. Because you can give little pieces to this person and that person and that person, and it's great. But there's still some pieces that I feel I could never let go until I guess I find that person. I don't know.
Yeah.
I also had a really good, incredible, couldn't ask for a better role model of a perfect relationship from my parents. Like it was just, they are, my parents are best friends. Like they are absolutely the best friends. They are undeniably soulmates. And I ran so fast into this idea that I want that. So the second a mildly attractive man says, "Hey, do you want to be my boyfriend?" I was like, "Fuck yeah." Yes. And that was the worst 3 years of my life. Like, I've had some pretty shit years. Those 3 were the worst with shithead. Right. So it's like, and so I guess coming out of that, I've suddenly, I can all sorts of therapy and all that. But the thing is, like, my standards for if I was to have a one person to be home is so far off the fucking scale. Like, my standards and expectations are so up there that it's like I
get
half
you.
the time I don't even think it's realistic, which is why
As
I get
they
this
should be.
idea that I can give pieces of my love and my romance and sex and friendship and all that to the connections that I've made. It can be across multiple people, I guess. It doesn't. I'm continually moving further away from this idea that it's got to be one person and I'm going to sacrifice for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's something special that being queer gives us the option to even think about. And I don't know whether this is the thing, contextualizing it in myself, I don't know whether I'm still holding on to the fucking storyline. That's am I still just am I still in the building? Like or you know is yeah, I don't know. I guess personally yeah, I don't know what's going on. No. Anyone else knows on? I need an adult to your adult.
I don't think any of us know what's going on. But when you were talking about this before, no one mentioned what I just pinned in the chat. Don't worry about it. I guess families and those relationship dynamics and how I think as queer people, because we've got a community of fellow queer people, it is easier for us to feel comfortable and accept that families don't have to be this monogamous nuclear family, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I know a few cishet women who have just decided, you know what, I don't want a husband, but I want a kid, and have gone through indescribable amounts of effort and money and hard work to bring a child into the world. And they still get slapped with this, oh, you're a single mum kind of energy. I don't know. I've seen also on the other end, I've seen firsthand what it means for a village to raise a child, right? Like the amount of someone says, hey, I want to bring a child into this world. I brought a child into this world. And you just see friends, family, distant relationships just converge and say, how can we help? Which I think is really beautiful.
Well, that's the thing, right? I think the idea of the nuclear family, that's bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
That is what, for example, what Silica's saying in chat. It's cultural imperialism, right? Get that out of here, right? But the concept of family overall, like, I come from a Māori family, and there are more uncles and aunties and cousins and I even know the name, right? And you can trust that they will show up and they'll be there, and that whole raising as a village, that's natural. That's what we need. For me, it's just a question of whether or not like an individual partner is, I guess, not required. I don't know. Again, I'm in the building.
But I think it's a building that a lot of people are in. Like, so I'm going to talk about my best friend. He hates it. So just Laurie discussion time to make him really uncomfortable when he watches this pod. But like, I remember us having a conversation probably about 8 months ago. That doesn't feel like 8 months ago, but it probably was late last year. Around, he's like, wow, I really wish I had friends like you growing up younger. And like we were talking about, because Laurie's met like a lot of like has gone to dinner with like myself and Ant and Adsy and a few of like our queer friends, and like just how different the dynamics and the relational connection is in queer circles versus like really like straight cishet things. Because Laurie is someone who, like, you know, even as a like cishet man is like, I don't want kids, like I'm really picky about relationships. And I think like functionally we almost have a queer platonic relationship, except one of us is very cishet, because like for him it's like, wow, this friendship's really amazing. And for me, I'm like, this is like, to me, this is normal. As I've been in these like, half a decade of being like having these relationships. I'm like, that this is like what a normal friendship is to me. And I think it is this thing of like having to do almost like this complete cultural shift when you go into queer spaces of like what is normal. But we've always grown up with like that cis heteronormativity, like always. And it drills in deep. Like I still have like times where like I've like, where Laurie and I have to really push back on our relationship thing, because people are like, oh, there's like this unspoken thing, like he's definitely like waiting in the wings. And it's like it could not be further from that. I literally like was messaging him yesterday about him hooking up with like 1 million women in Thailand. That's so not the dynamic. But even people in like queer spaces will go, oh, hang on, is that what's going on there? And it's like, no, that's just not the dynamic. Like we all have those things entrenched to assume it's one way, even if we are in spaces where we know that's not the case.
Yeah. I mean, people pull weird shit all the time. Like, fucking, wasn't there something about me and you?
Oh yeah, Babe. It's because so Abe is saved in my phone as Babe. And last year at PAX, people thought that Abe and I were like doing a thing because I posted a screenshot of having Abe as Babe in my phone.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I
Someone
thought
asked if it was a soft launch.
Yeah.
It was a soft launch.
Just because
Incredible.
I had you as Babe in my phone.
You're not the only one.
We love the soft launch.
Cool. I think that's a good pivot point. I think. I'm curious. How has being queer shaped the way you think about work? Are you, I guess, all in on work? Are you like, oh yeah, the holidays don't matter kind of thing? Like, what's the, I don't know. What, does queer affect work at all? The answer can be no.
I'm not going to say much here, except that I literally take leave from my day job to do volunteer work, and that's my life. And it's, yeah. I take leave to work more.
I feel like the drive, the push that we were talking about earlier about wanting to, like, needing to succeed. I feel like that follows me everywhere I go. That's why I do 50,000 things. That's why I've had something like 6 prods in the last 4 days, and also work, and also me and V were both at different conferences last week, and just going all in on it, because the idea is to build, well, for me, is to build a really good career to then eventually take that back to the village. I don't know. That's
Also,
my
Abe
drive.
has a queer commune planned, by the way, folks. Abe quite genuinely has a queer commune
We're
planned.
buying
If
land
anyone
in
wins
New
Lotto.
Zealand. It's not even Lotto. We're getting there. I'm telling you, we're all going there. We're building the village.
I'm ready. North or South Island?
Whichever we get one at, doesn't matter. And I love how you
Can
knew
we
that
do
it
the
was in New
South?
Zealand.
It's prettier.
I love how you knew we're going to New Zealand. That's
You
great.
just-
I swear someone said New Zealand.
You
I
did.
heard.
You did say.
You did.
We did? Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm not imagining things, I swear.
All right.
I was listening.
I was
listened.
worried people were reading into my plan out of nowhere.
No. What was the question again?
The question was, how does being queer affect you, how you work? Your career.
Okay,
everything.
Well, if I may,
please.
So I'm like, how old am I again? 34, and I'm still figuring out my career in a industry that shall remain unnamed for personal reasons, so I can keep that separate and I do not have to declare shit. But essentially, the way I approach queerness in the workplace is as someone who is quite visibly queer. I know, it's a surprise. God forbid someone figure it out.
What?
But as someone who's visibly queer in the workplace, I oftentimes that we do have a queer network within our agency that I work at, but I oftentimes find that there are things in certain parts of our what is the standardized training packages that do involve what is called red flags. So obviously I work in a call center. I'm happy with leaving that one on the table. But I work in a call center, and cards on the table, there is a part of this training module that specifically mentions what is called red flags, things to listen out for when you're on a call. And one of them pretty much is just lightly veiled transphobia in the terms of saying, what if the voice that you're hearing doesn't match what you expect it to be on the actual line versus what their profile says?
Yep.
And the first time I had this was during my initial starting training. And I was like, that's not cool. For an entity that pretty much says we encourage gender neutral language, I don't think we can then also say, hey, if this voice doesn't match what it says, that sounds like a red flag. And it just invites what I call very subtle laced transphobia. And I think from my perspective, I have been trying to actively reach out and figure out how we can change these kind of things to actually take this kind of shit down. And that's where I think my queerness comes to the table. I am passionate about being able to make change for people who are less visibly queer or do not want to be as out or don't have the option to not want to be clocked per se. And so, yeah, I find that's where my kind of passion kind of lies for my professional career. Otherwise, public holidays could not give a flying fart. I get them anyway.
So, straight on the back of that, I too work in a call center and have been working in corporate for 9 years now. And that's the thing, right? You see things in the corporate environment and you do what you can to call them out and find out why they are like that and how you can make those small changes. That's really where I've found a lot of joy in my work. My day-to-day, I get enough joy out of it. I like helping people the way that I do. And the work lifestyle just suits me. But yeah, it's that, like, up until recently, I'm pretty sure I was the only person with they them pronouns at work until this actually beginning of Pride Month. Our work started doing, there was a big conference thing happening. We got speakers to come in and talk to us, and I'm suddenly seeing everybody's fucking profile on Teams have little everyone's adding their pronouns. Half of them are he, theys now. And I'm like, well, hang on. Where the fuck was this for the last 8 years?
Yeah. It's really interesting. I don't work in corporates. I actually work for how should I want to share? I work for a youth mental health organization. There is 4 where I live, so I'm safe on doxing myself. But even in ours, pronouns are an interesting thing. There's a setting you have to go to, and not a lot of people use it except for the staunch allies. And you would be surprised how many of those there are in a youth mental health organization. You think they'd be everywhere, but it's not. It's kind of not a thing. It's weird.
I work at small business, so I work on a golf course. Haha. Figure out which one. There's so many of them. Yeah, there's no such thing as that. There's no. We barely have email. There is still. They're better than I thought, right? So, for reference, I got that. Mainly to make it easier to break the fucking the conversation. Someone goes, "Hey, why you got that rainbow on your fucking wrist?" They bring it up for me. It's good. It's better than I thought it was going to be. Working in a trade and working with essentially a bunch of blokes, straight blokes, very straight blokes. They're actually pretty cool about it all. But you still get the occasional stray comments into not just about queer people, but women as well. For example, my boss was taking someone around to interview them for an apprenticeship. She was a woman, not very rare in my field. And one of the members decided to say, "Hey, this is an odd time for a date," which was like, "What are you even doing, mate? The age difference is completely different, and just don't even make that comment. That's fucking terrible." So, I guess it's more I guess we call that shit out when we see it. We're like, "Hey, that's not okay." And I feel like there's a lot of progress made. You'd think the golf course would just be full of old white men who are very homophobic and racist, but not so much. I don't know.
But they're not really homophobic.
It's amazing how settings surprise you. Like the places you would think it'd be pretty good, kind of shit. The places you think it'd be kind of shit, actually all right.
Yeah, like once my like for example, I've only recently changed jobs, so we haven't fully had that conversation. But my last golf course, they found out, and the amount of jokes we ended up having about, they like making gay jokes, but in a fun, like pokey, jokey way, not like a horrible kind of way. I don't know. Sassy, did you say anything related to the queer and working?
I'm unemployed, so I feel like.
I mean, fair enough. But like,
I mean, look,
Streaming is work.
I can add to like I've worked in some really sexist industries. I used to work in IT as a female. That's pretty much unheard of. Typical stuff of I've been there for 2 years. Probably should have had the promotion, but they give it to some new kid off the block just because they're a man. That type of stuff. But no, I don't know. I like to think currently in all of this stuff that I do, because I'd like to think I do a lot of volunteer work currently. It's just approaching it with a really open mind, open to everything, anyone, anything, everything type deal. That's why we're here, for starters. But yeah, I think we just need to start being the change that we want, and just stop letting things slide, just calling people out and standing up for what we think is right.
Yep. Well said.
And you made a very important point. Content creation
Yes,
is absolutely a
very
valid career and job.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And how you work that is also very much up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Well,
Oh, I think I'm a good example of a wrong way to do it. Don't do what I do, kids. I'm not brand friendly.
no, but like that's the thing. You're creating your own content. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like,
you do.
Yeah, fun.
I remember I was having a conversation with a friend earlier, and they were just like, "If you want to level up your creation, you have to be posting to TikTok." And I'm like, "Fuck that! Fuck that!"
Look, there's a whole bunch of
reels
things you
when
can.
it's easy.
There's a whole bunch of things you can do, if you're looking to, like, there's a bunch of things you can do if you're looking to expand your outreach and engagement, etc. Right? Like, the reality is, it's a system. You can play the system, but is that what you want to do? Is that what the content creation and the content that you're trying to make is going to be? Like, if you want to be a machine and just constantly pump out fucking reels and have that expand your viewership and your followship and all that sort of thing, go for it. Have fun. Enjoy it. But not everyone wants to do that. Some people just want to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I'll ask 2 more questions. My first one is a bit more reflective. So, hang on, let me just reword this. My document is wrong.
Oh, I'm so glad you yawned, man. I've been sitting here being like, just pulling really funny facial expressions and nodding to like hide my yawns, and it's only Tuesday. I've still got 3 weeks,
Been awake
3 days of the
since
week.
6:40 a.m. So I'm so sleepy.
If someone in the audience, just because we've sort of been talking about, I guess, storylines and things like that, if someone in the audience feels like they're behind or they haven't figured out adulthood yet, is there anything that anyone wants to say that you want them to hear? So a little bit of a, what do you want to say to the audience while they're sitting here?
I'm 36. I haven't had a boyfriend in like 10 years, and I'm at the greatest place in my life. This is the best.
I'll follow
this is the
that up.
best. Yeah.
I haven't had a boyfriend since 2017. Don't need it.
I don't have like partners anymore. I just kind of have like lovers, and that's really nice and cunty, and I really embrace that. And like if people are open to that, yeah, like I just and I have book boyfriends, but that's different. That's real love. But like, you know, it just I think that's normal and doesn't have to be like skanky and gross. Like, you know, like I still like, you know, have a lot of love for the people who are my lovers, obviously, but like it's, you know, it doesn't have to be this gross hookup thing. Like you can partnership exists in all different ways, you know, as we've talked about.
I've been in a relationship going on 12 years this year, so I cannot relate, but I also enjoy lovers, and it's a fucking good time. So do what you want. Literally, like, there is so much love to give. There is so much love in this world. So do what works for you. Don't worry about it. Like, if it's your path, you will find it. And if not, fuck it. Why not? Just suck all that you want. That's all I'm saying.
Self-censorship.
Well, I said a slur on stream the other day, so I'm trying not to.
I heard the VTuber panel set a record. Do you wanna respond to that?
No.
Yes, interesting.
Which one?
But yeah, Sassy, did you have anything you wanted to say to the expectant viewers?
I don't know. I am kind of like on and off again type situation. But I have found my personal like friendship relationships more rewarding than any like romantic relationship I've ever had. And I am like so thankful for kind of like discovering my girlies and like I guess my boys, but they're so stupid sometimes. But you know, I love them. They're my boys. But I'm really fortunate to have a really good group of people around me, and I've found that to be more rewarding and fulfilling than I think a relationship.
100%. Yeah. When I feel like going on a date, when I feel like going on a date,
oh my girls,
I message Toxie. If I want to go on a date, I message Toxie and I go, Toxie, do you want to go eat dinner? And then Toxie and I go have like a lovely little date night, and it's beautiful. And I don't have to put out at the end. It's phenomenal.
I love that.
Well, like Silica and I were supposed to go for ramen, but unfortunately they were feeling a little sick and didn't want to spread any sickies. So we broke bread together in a little private VC. We had our cameras on and we just sat there and we ordered ramen and we talked about ramen and talked about life and just had like this beautiful one-on-one session that was just so healing and so lovely. And I walked out of that, I was like, fucking... That was the best date I think I've had in forever. It was so lovely. It was so beautiful. And there was no pressure to smooch afterwards. There was no pressure for things. And if I want to go and get me rocks off, there's a fucking 1,000 apps for that. I live in Melbourne, so like I could get that at the drop of a hat.
Yep. Really
well,
awesome.
My thing would be and I mean this goes for not just the queer people but the straight people as well in the chat. So listen up. Learn to be comfortable by yourself as well.
Yes.
Like learn to sit with yourself and be comfortable. And you know, I guess it's rough, but think about your emotions. Think about why you want what you want, and like it's okay to not jump from relationship to relationship or hookup to hookup. Like you can just sit there for a bit, you know. I mean, it's starting to be a little bit long for me, but you can just sit there for a bit. You know, you can enjoy your company, all right? Because you're gonna be with your own company forever. Yeah, solo dates are good. But yeah.
I
Anyway.
think a lot of my self-reflection over the last however many years has been a direct result of surrounding myself by people who hold me accountable and hold each other accountable. Whereas I grew up and I spent a lot of my 20s in these like really narcissistic, self-serving, shitty friendships with people, and now I'm around people who I find myself whenever I'm in VC with my friends every single day, and nearly every day I find myself thinking, like, do I need to think? Do I need to assess how I am, how I'm acting, what I'm doing? Like the surrounding yourself by people who make you feel like that. I don't know. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's lovely.
I feel like I gave too many supporters sometimes. I need some haters.
Well, that's the thing.
I can name a few for you. Don't you worry.
I don't want to be in a fucking echo chamber. I've seen what happens when someone sits in an echo chamber and gets told yes by everyone around them, and it's fucking shit.
Look, I saw
I
this.
think it's-
Yeah, sorry, you go. No, you go.
Well, I was just gonna say, just quickly, just on what Ant was saying. I think the other thing is like by raising the standard of our friends, because Ant and I have had talked before about some of our really like unhelpful early adulthood relationships and like friendships and romantic. And like when you raise the standards of the people that you surround yourself with, you raise the standards for yourself and what you deserve. And I think that's incredibly powerful once you experience it. I think envisioning it is really hard, but once you're in it, you're like, oh my God, this is good.
Oh, there's something about being like I was hanging out with some friends. We went out for dinner, I don't know, a couple months ago, and like every one of them was at a doctorate or post level in the kind of conversation we were having. I was like, what the fuck? How am I here? I don't know. It was very engaging conversation. Having friends that are just as high powered as you is fun. I don't know. I don't know what point I was making there.
I'm just in debt. It's great.
I'm not like super far in I don't know, education or my career and but I love where I am. I love that. I don't know. I don't want to stray too far into getting all sentimental and everything, but like, you know, I'm a human being living on a rock hurtling through space, right? Like, I'm going to surround myself with people that I love. I could have been born 10,000 years ago, and I would still want to be surrounding myself by these beautiful people. This narrative is just written because I was born in a very spectacularly specific time. No. I'm not
Ant's not going to cry yet. We've got to get to the clips. Ant will cry during the clips.
Yeah.
Delightfully off camera with their Kakuchi board.
Right, I will.
Midnight.
I will.
The Kakuchi.
I guess I'll say, is there anything anyone wants to add before we, I guess, finish up? Overall, you got a burning line that you want to yell out? No? That's good.
I feel like I've talked a lot. I feel like we've said some really inspiring things thus far. All four of us, we've said something good.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Someone tell me whether I'm in the building or not.
Actually, Annie makes an excellent point. Boobs. That's what I'm
Can
going to
you
finish on. Is
explain
boobs.
to me specifically what you mean by in the building?
Like what's it called? It's like the meme, back in the building again, when like you're back in the, what's the word? Hang on. It's more like
Just looking over at chat and just seeing a wall of boobs.
Yeah, W boobs. It's more like you come back. You're back in the building and you're still living through the storyline and the lie. Well, not the lie, but you're still subscribed to it. It's like Stockholm syndrome, really. I don't know.
I feel it's been in like the last maybe 2 or 3 years that I have really stepped out of that narrative and really been like, no, the life that I'm going to lead is going to be beautiful, and that doesn't have to fit into this narrative, right? And I only sort of stepped out of that 3 years ago. I was 33. My thing that I want to give to anyone thinking in chat, I saw messages from fucking Whimsical Bee, who is a child, legally speaking. No, not a child. He's an adult, but I don't know, the young folk who are wondering whether they are in the building or whether they're, I don't know. It can happen later on in life.
Yep. Cis heteronormativity, be real.
This is called quarter life crisis. I would arguably be in my second third of my life, and I'm happy and excited. Nice boobs, man.
Boobs.
Boobs.
Yay!
All right, I'm gonna declare that the panel is over, and we're before. I mean, Sassy, you gotta join me in here. Come on, there we go.
Nice, let's go.
I knew you had that prepped. Yeah, thank you so much for joining and listening to Queer Quarter Life. Thank you so much for the panelists for coming on and I guess sharing a bit of yourself.
Thanks for boobs.
Yeah, thanks for boobs, I guess. If that's your thing. W chat. I love that Sassy hasn't said anything. It's just
Sorry, was I meant to?
I don't know. You're just comfortable. Just yeah. So what we've got next is a highlight video that was put together while the VTuber panel was going on tonight. So it's good. How rate it, V? You've seen it.
It's good. It's like 11 out of 10, mate. Don't even sweat it.
11 out of 10, bruv.
11 out of 10, bruv.
Fuck was
In
that,
it.
V?
I know my best friend's British. Don't worry about it.
You haven't used the British accent before, just to make your point, like, I don't know whether I was trying to do one there or not. Anyway, I feel like we just I'm just yapping. I feel like yeah.
Roll the clip. Roll the clip.
Yeah, I think we roll the clip. Before we roll the clip, I just want to say thank you to everyone that participated, all of the wonderful collaborators, all the wonderful people behind the scenes, the moderators, the Twitch viewers, the Brainiac who created PCU right there up in the top left corner, wrong direction that way. And the other Brainiac who makes it, I guess, project manage and happen and does all the things, too many things.
Too many Discord channels.
Yeah, thank you to all the people who put in some too many Discord channels. I'm deleting like half of them. By the way, PCU Discord is actually sticking around this year. We've just sort of decided it's going to stay. We've just got to figure out the moderation standpoint, I think. But it's going to be a perpetual Discord now, so post Pride Month we can still sort of hang out. I don't know, maybe we do like a panel thing each month, maybe. I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Stop committing to things. I know your schedule.
Yeah, stop committing to things. But we're definitely looking at a place where you can be gay all year round instead of just Pride Month. We do lots of cool stuff over Pride Month. We do lots of events, but there's those communications, those lines of communications, those networks that get created in Pride Month. I don't want to see that being lost the second the 1st of July comes around. So keep an eye out if you're in the Discord. Keep an eye out for some announcements.
And if you're not in the Discord, keep an eye out for announcements as well, because we'll be figuring out a process to get folks in and what that will look like too. Just give V a month's rest, please, Lord.
I'm gonna just say all the names, because I want to say all the names. So, thank you so much, Abe and Z. All right, that's it. So, I was the first person in the form. Thank you, Benji, Magus, Sassy, Lady Chuckleton, Lee Malute. You're gonna find out I cannot say people's names. Lycanon, Pixel and Crisco, Whimsical B, Jake Mistakey. Jakey Mistakey, yes. Toxicorg, Doc Zenith, Min, Berry, Origami Tiger, Dawn Rose, Nico Stitch, Annie Crevice, Joss Chufa, Terrastormer, Adsy Wadsy, Bean Sprig, Captain Brindlebeard, Lexi Connie, Jacqueline May, Artful Melody, Ursa Flair, Jack with the Fingers, Yoko, Kit Carriage, Distridius, Bolin Bear, Ant Thunder Fun. I don't know, we can maybe remove that one. Venus, there's another one we can remove. Thornfay, Sarah, Super Alchemist 1, Tay Rai?
Tay-Ray.
Tay-Ray, the VTuber dragon who loves gaming.
Mhm.
Okay. Junostar, Handboy, Void Eternal. I cannot say that fucking name. What the hell is that?
Oh, go on.
sorry. No, I just seen the cut down version. It's Akari. Jesus. Willow, Firazira. How do you say this?
Firo.
Firo. All right, cool. There we go. I'm terrible. Not Zoe.
Abe's been in prod with all of these people, by the way, just for the record.
I'm terrible. All right, I'm terrible with names. I see faces and models. Vasha, Cupcake, Firewall, Arai. Wait, this person was in one of the panels, right? And I love their model, and I made them huge. What was it? Sassy?
Ori.
Yeah. Ori. Jesus Christ. Archer's Apothecary, Draco Hippo, why did I say Almy? Salem Vandy, Pixel. Pixel, did you apply twice?
Chris,
What the fuck?
we have a Pixel and we have a Chris. Don't worry about it. They have to
Pixel and
apply
Chris?
separately.
Cool. I'm struggling. I'm very struggling, and I'm seeing that pop up in chat.
This is so great.
The Discord. Casper Land 63, Nuxia Ricky, Decaturum?
Decaturian, yeah.
Decaturian, yeah.
Okay, cool. They have an unhealthy obsession with Godzilla, apparently. Udi and
yes, he
Megan.
does.
All 59 of you.
Nice.
You.
God, my hand's sore.
And yeah, all right. Mr. Producer behind the scenes, Cronus, thank you so much. Could you roll the clip? Bye.
Bye.
That's.
I choose to live in ignorance. Okay.
Stop letting them suck you.
Stop letting them suck you.
Guys.
Well.
Don't let them suck the lad out of you.
For free.
For free.
For free.
Abe facing the opposite direction.
That was violence.
I can Abe appears to be entirely here to.
Yeah. Gender euphoria is your dick and your hair blowing in the wind on a motorcycle. That is gender euphoria.
Right.
Okie dokie. So, have we all heard of drugs?
Yep.
Great, fantastic. World of Warcraft is the equivalent video game of real-world drugs.
He's really enjoying it.
Oh man. Oh god, thank you for the raid.
I've kind of had like a pretty peaceful entire session so far. I haven't been killed. I saw one top.
What kind of meat? I shot him a glare, but he was already edging around the bed to the armoire.
He was
His
what?
hat in
A game that I played.
Oh my god!
went to go help, but I guess not.
Tom, now
I
I'm not
didn't go
throwing
to
out
meeting
any
room, bro.
accusations. Now come the fuck on.
Do you want to know my Taco Bell order to confirm it?
Yeah, exactly. I do.
Well, one of you would have to top, and that would be terrible.
Me?
But like it. And I mean that purely in a platonic, like, functional household way. Just for the reference.
Platonic popping.
Hear me, friends, and mark me. The tiger glories not in borrowed stripes, nor doth the eagle envy swifter wings.
Remember that time Anton Von punched a trans one?
Live on stream too. We can work.
And I'd do it again.
Chat, it's really adorable that you think your votes are going to count at this point.
Crazy. Wow. Actually, we got 40 views in the SNL. This officially is the welcome everybody. Welcome invaders. 83 bottles of beer. 83 bottles of beer. Yeah, take my dad, bounce it around. 83 bottles of beer in the wall. Where are you, bro?
This way.
Oh, actually, there you are. Hello.
I'm scouting.
Or, to wear one's colour as thy robe in heart, there lives no alchemy that can restore the hue once wrested from a willing soul. A dress may be resewn, respect restored in part, but colour once forsworn departs entire. Therefore be constant, friends, in your colour. Though lords may command and prophets may threaten, though all the world cry out that your colour should fade, stand, for better is one soulful rebel resplendent in all its colour.
Oh, my lesbians.
I can hear Adzi just saying Brongus, 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 Brongus.
Today, we gathered here today to pay our respects to Doc Senef, the bronchiest of the bronchiest.
All I can hear is just Brongus, 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 Brongus.
Somebody keep restocking
So many
them.
bottles of
Somebody.
beer, they keep buying more, they never sell any more bottles of beer.
Just pull. What do you mean pull up? We're going down.
I went Driftloon because it takes away children.
I also went with Driftloon and Adzi, but for much more wholesome reasons than I'm going to take away.
Pirate crews be nothing more than a chosen family, as sung by modern poets.
Just like the song.
Yeah, by modern
Rina
poet
Sawayama.
Marina Sawayama.
I like how it's at this point that Spec goes, oh, that idiot.
Oh my god.
That was going to be beautiful. That was about to be something beautiful.
I think it's really impressive the way that Adzi just never improves or learns from their mistake.
I'm so sorry. Apologies. I would like to make a public apology to Shrek, everybody. And you guys have collected the first of the shards.
Petition to rename that one not a shard but a shart.
Agreed.
Hubert McDuvert? Hubert McDuvert.
I went Cubone because I want to pick them up like small child and hug them dearly and
rip
make
their skull
fun
off.
so
What?
that they can be happy.
And then
Wow.
pump them like a footy.
Mm-hmm.
Get in the water! Get in the water!
I'll watch you. I'll see you. I'll see you, Ursa.
Hey, that sounds like it's getting louder and closer.
Ukulele time for the PCU. Dylan, Ant, and Annie Crevice are dying in Minecraft, but not as much as me. You're welcome. That's it.
99
claim
bottles
to
of beer
be
on the
a
wall,
benevolent
99 bottles
host
of
of
beer.
Among Us,
Take
and
one
yet
down,
you
pass it around.
participate
99 bottles
in
of
this
beer on the wall,
injustice
99
amongst
bottles of
me.
beer on the wall,
Lady
99 bottles of
Chuckleton,
beer.
I cannot
so
believe
sorry,
you
Jack.
would do this.
Surely,
Now,
wait,
I
hang on.
believe anything more than anything that a funny film is worth it. And yet I do not believe my own death is that funny.
96
Carnage,
bottles of beer on the wall.
where at Hendrix, yet not a member of an indifferent crowd